Alright, so in this video I'm just going to be going over an example proof for triangle congruence for chapter 4 of our geometry book. The first thing always in a proof is to make sure you read the given, you understand what the given means, what kind of information it's giving you, and then kind of go through an idea of how you might approach this proof. So the first thing is the triangle ABC, which is the entire outside triangle, is equilateral, which means that any time I can say that AB, CB, and AC are all equal to each other. Now I don't need to come out and say every one of those is equal to each other. Like I don't need to say AC is equal to CB and BA is equal to AC. I don't need all that, but I have it if I need it. The second thing is angle 1 is equal to angle 2. That helps me as well. So what I'm looking at right now is I'm trying to prove ADB is congruent to CDB. So ADB is here and CDB is here. So since I'm proving them they're congruent to each other, they make a linear pair. So that means that I'm trying to basically prove that each of them is 90 degrees. Now I don't have to prove that they're actually 90, but I know that from this information that they have to be 90. I also know, again, that this and this are congruent to each other. So let's erase what we weren't given that information. We just need to prove that. So I have those sides are equal to each other. The top and the bottom triangle both share this side right here. So I basically have two sides. And so if I'm trying to use one of my triangle congruence theorems, the only one that has two, well, there's actually two of them that have two sides. You can have side, 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 or you can have side, angle, side. And what I would be more interested in using would be side, angle, side. Because if I were to use side, 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 I would have to prove AD is congruent to DC first. And I really don't have any information here that tells me that's true. So I'm going to have to go with side, side, side on this one. So I kind of have a plan. I want to show that I have side, angle, side, or sorry, I want to make sure that I'm doing side, angle, side here. And once I get side, angle, side and show that two triangles are congruent, I can show that those angles have to be congruent as well because they are corresponding. So the first thing is to restate the given. So over here I would say triangle symbol, which is hard to type. ABC is equilateral. And then angle 1 is congruent to, let's write that on the second line. Angle 1 congruent to angle 2. So that's both given information. The next one would be to say side AB is congruent to CB. So AB congruent to CB. And I'll just try to make this more correct. So AB congruent to CB, and the reason is because the definition of equilateral. So equilateral means all those sides are congruent, so I can say that. And then the last thing is, so I have an angle. I have my angle 1, angle 2 already shown. I have my side. I need my other side. And so my other side is the shared side. So that's BD is congruent to BD. That's the side in the center. BD congruent to BD. That's this middle one here. Why? Well, that's the reflexive property. Reflexive, there we go. Reflexive property. And so I've showed basically side, angle, side for this. So I know I can now say that the triangles are congruent to each other by side, angle, side. And over here, just got to make sure I ordered these right. So we're going to say ABD is congruent to CBD. And we want to make sure we write this correctly. So they should have a triangle symbol in the front, and this should be a congruent symbol. So now we've showed that the top triangle and the bottom triangle are congruent, and so we can basically get to our final step here, which is to show angle, let's make this look good, angle ADB is congruent to angle CDB. Why? we can just abbreviate here. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Write that out. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. And that's it. That's the proof. Looks like it took us 5 steps, including the given, so really 4 steps. Pretty straightforward.